biotechnology principles and processes. In this topic, we are going to study about the biotechnology, genetic engineering, and construction of recombinant DNA. First of all, we should understand what is biotechnology. So, biotechnology basically deals with the techniques of using the living organisms or enzymes to mainly to produce the products which are useful to the human beings. So, from biotechnology, we can understand how to make curd, bread, or wine, which are microbe mediated processes. So many other techniques are also utilized in the biotechnology processes. For example, IVF, that is in vitro fertilization, which will lead to the test tube baby. Okay, so what is biotechnology? Biotechnology refers to the technology using biology which has applications in agriculture, food processing industry, medicine diagnostics, bioremediation, waste treatment, and energy production. So, biotechnology is the technology where we use the biology which has applications in agriculture. It helps to modify the plants, animals, as well as microorganisms to improve the agricultural productivity. So it has applications in the agriculture as well as in the food processing industry. So biotechnology is used in the production of food constituents such as flavors, aroma, etc. As well as it has application in medicine diagnostics. So medicine diagnostic in biotechnology for the medical products, for the use of medical products that can be used for diagnosis. So what is diagnosis? For the prevention and treatment of any diseases. Then bioremediation. Bioremediation plays very important role for the removal of contaminants from the environment. Then treatment of waste, as well as it has applications in the energy production of energy. Then the European Federation of Biotechnology, EFB, defines biotechnology as the integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts, and thereof molecular analogues for products and services. According to European Federation of Biotechnology defines the word biotechnology as by the use of the cells, organisms, science, as well as biological molecules to create the products and services. Okay, the main motive of the biotechnology is to create the products and services. So biotechnological processes basically benefit the mankind. So for the preparation of medicines, etc. So biotechnology is the integration unity of natural science, organisms, cells, parts, as well as molecular analogues, that is biological molecules, for the products and services. Basis of modern biotechnology. There are two important techniques of biotechnology. They are genetic engineering and bioprocess engineering. So in genetic engineering, there is introduction of foreign genetic material, DNA or RNA, in the host genome and altering its phenotype. In the genetic engineering, there is an introduction of the foreign genetic material, that is DNA or RNA, into the host genome so that it determines the physical characteristic of the person, and the change in phenotype is occur. Altering means the change in phenotype is occurring. Okay, here the introduction of foreign genetic material is introduced. Foreign genetic material is DNA or RNA into the host genome so that it can determine the physical character of a person, and the change in phenotype is occurring, altering. So then second type of basis of modern biotechnology is bioprocess engineering. It involves maintenance of contamination-free ambience in chemical engineering processes for manufacture of products such as antibiotics, vaccines, etc. This is done so as to enable the growth of only desired microbes responsible for a bioprocess. So, first of all, you should understand what is contamination-free ambience. Contamination-free ambience means it involves only the growth of desired microbes or bacteria, that is microorganisms. So no other organisms can grow in the contaminated free ambience. Means there is only the growth of only desired microbes or any bacteria. There is no growth of other organisms in this region, in the contamination free ambience, that is sterile. Okay, in the chemical engineering processes. Okay, this is biological products like antibiotics, vaccines, etc. are obtained from the desired microbe, which are responsible for this bioprocess. In genetic engineering, there is an introduction of a foreign genetic material, that is DNA or RNA, into the host genome, so that it can determine the physical appearance, character of a person, and the change in phenotype is altered. Okay, in bioprocess engineering, there is a contamination free ambience, means there is only the growth of the desired microbe or any bacteria, so no other organism can grow in the contamination free ambience. In the chemical engineering, the bioprocess engineering, biological products like antibiotics, vaccines, proteins, etc. are obtained from this desired microbe, so that which are responsible for the bioprocess. Conceptual development of genetic engineering. Now we will understand about the conceptual development of the principle of genetic engineering. In genetic engineering, we know that there is an advantage of sexual reproduction over asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction preserves the genetic information, while sexual reproduction preserves the variations. Okay, we know that there is more advantage of sexual reproduction over asexual reproduction. This is mainly because sexually reproducing organisms can adapt to the new environment due to the variations. They can adapt to any environment because they have the variation. Variation means the differences between the parents and the progeny. So this gives them the survival advantage. So they can survive in any condition. But in asexual reproduction of asexually reproducing offsprings are genetically identical to their parents because they are cloned to each other, so they preserve the genetic information because they are identical to each other, their parents, so they are cloned to each other. Then plants and animal hybridization procedures often result in the introduction of undesirable genes along with the desirable ones. Traditional hybridization procedures in plant and animal breeding leads to the inclusion and multiplication of the undesirable genes along with the desirable ones. So we'll understand what are the steps involved in the genetic engineering to overcome these plant and animal hybridization processes. There is an introduction of undesirable genes along with the desirable ones. So in genetic engineering can create desired DNA sequence to meet the specific requirement. So how genetic engineering overcomes this limitation, let us understand. Genetic engineering overcomes this limitation. Genetic engineering includes creation of recombinant DNA, gene cloning, gene transfer into the host organism. First of all, creation of recombinant DNA and their gene cloning and the transfer of the gene into the host organism. Gene cloning means producing the exact copies of a particular DNA using the genetic engineering, and then the gene transfer into the host organism. The introduced piece of DNA does not replicate in the host unless it is integrated with the chromosome of host. So DNA would not be able to multiply itself, but when it gets integrated into the genome host, it may multiply and be inherited along with the host DNA. So this is mainly because DNA has been the part of the chromosome which has the ability to replicate. So the introduced piece of a DNA does not get replicate into the host body unless it must be integrated with the chromosome, because it has the ability of the replication. Then for getting replicated, the foreign DNA must integrate into the host DNA sequence having origin of replication. When this integration occurs, foreign DNA is replicated and many copies are formed. So in a chromosome, there is a specific DNA sequence, okay, in the chromosome called as origin of replication. Therefore, for manufacture of any piece of a DNA in an organism, it needs to be the part of a chromosome which has a specific sequence known as origin of replication. Construction of the recombinant DNA. Let us now understand how to construct an artificial recombinant DNA molecule. The plasmid autonomously replicating circular extrachromosomal DNA is isolated. A small piece of a circular DNA called as plasmid is extracted from the bacteria or yeast cell. So this plasmid is replicating autonomously as well as it is circular, and it has extra chromosomal DNA. Plasmid DNA acts as a vector since it is used to transfer the piece of DNA attached to its host. Plasmid DNA acts as a vector or as a vehicle as it is used to transfer the DNA to the host. Okay. Plasmid DNA also contains genes which are responsible for providing antibiotic resistance to the bacteria. This antibiotic resistance is the resistance that happens when the germs no longer respond to the antibiotics. Okay, this means the germs are not killed and continue to grow. This plasmid DNA also contains this gene which will provide the antibiotic resistance to the bacteria. Plasmid DNA was cut with a specific restriction enzyme, molecular scissors that cut a DNA at specific locations. So restriction enzymes are the specialized enzymes that recognize and cut a particular sequence of a DNA. So it cut a particular sequence of a DNA that cut the DNA at specific locations within the DNA. Okay. Plasmid DNA is cut with a specific restriction enzyme, that is molecular scissors. Then even the DNA of interest to be inserted was also cut with the same restriction enzyme. The DNA which has to be inserted is also cut with the same restriction enzyme. The DNA of interest is hybridized with the plasmid with the help of a DNA ligase to form a recombinant DNA. The DNA of interest is hybridized with the plasmid with the help of a DNA ligase to form the recombinant DNA. How the recombinant DNA is formed? So first of all, the plasmid DNA is cut with a specific restriction enzyme. Even the DNA of interest which has to be inserted is also cut with the same molecular scissors, that is restriction enzyme. Then both DNA of interest and the plasmid DNA is hybridized with the help of a DNA ligase to form a recombinant DNA. Then recombinant DNA is then transferred into a host such as E. coli, where it replicates by using the host replicating machinery. E. coli is most frequently used host for the production of enzymes and other proteins by recombinant DNA technology. E. coli is inexpensive, so it is more preferable bacterium. So recombinant DNA is then transferred to the host E. coli, where replication starts by using the host replicating machinery. When E. coli is cultured in a medium containing antibiotic, only cells containing recombinant DNA will be able to survive due to antibiotic resistance genes, and one will be able to isolate the recombinants. So this E. coli is cultured in the medium which contains antibiotic resistance, where the germs no longer respond to antibiotic, they continue to grow, and then only these cells containing recombinant DNA will be able to survive there, and one will be able to isolate the recombinants.